interrupt this program to bring you a...
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hello. We headed into the weekend on a sad note. Hopefully everyone can hear me clearly. I was really bummed out. Firstly, let me send my condolences, my deepest condolences to Kevin Samuel's family and his friends and all those that knew him personally in his life. Hopefully he can rest in peace. Thank you, Frederick. Before I start in with these hyenas, because I'm thoroughly disgusted. Thoroughly disgusted at every hyena that I saw celebrating this man's death as if he had personally done something to you. I got a lot running through my mind right now and through my heart right now about them. None of it is good. But before I get into ripping them to shreds, which I'm going to do, thank you to Renzo said, the way these 304s are celebrating his death reveals how they feel about their fathers, sons, themselves, sincerely, the psychological mirror. Yeah, that's how they feel about themselves and every black man on the planet. I don't care what she say. And all you maggles and son husbands that think you getting hyena points from the Klan by talking about how much you didn't like Kevin Samuels, know and believe that they don't like you no better than they like him. I don't care how many hyena butts you kiss. I just jotted down some things so I can keep my mind together today. Thank you, Dom. So I'm pretty disheartened and disappointed from the comments and social media, and unfortunately from our own people. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, Bathshua. So by all means, rip them to shreds. This pick me approves this message. Thank you, Pound for Pound. So the mirror of truth and transparency these hyenas didn't want to look into. Exactly. But before I get into ripping them to shreds, I'm going to talk a little bit about Kevin. Because I don't want to give them more shine than I give condolences and good vibes to him. Yes, you do hear a cat. I first saw and interacted with Kevin Samuels on BGS Ibmore's panels, what we affectionately used to call the Coliseum, which happened every Saturday night. Thank you, Eugene. So yesterday, a content creator, a lot of you probably know who I'm talking about, was leading the Vow Hyena Nation, is celebrating Kevin's death today. Another CC posted something, how his heart was average at best. Wow. And don't know the condition of nobody's heart. Man, people be playing games. People play so many games. I hope everybody understand that everybody that's breathing gonna die. Everybody that's up gonna down. It gonna be down. It ain't nobody living that's gonna live forever. Everybody gonna hit that box. Everybody. Keep that same energy when you hit it. Thank you, Phineas. Thank you, Sam. Said Kevin is gone, but the ones who hate him are still effed up. Exactly. Sam Brown said, get him. I will. But first I'm going to talk about Kevin himself. I first started interacting with Kevin on BGS's panel. Like I said, we affectionately used to call it the Coliseum. For those of you who are familiar with that, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Thank you, the masculinist said, I'm going to take up Kevin's mantle. I have to continue the message. I'm a nobody now, but I'm armed with the same information, and smoke don't bother me. Exactly. Thank you, James. Said, peace to the guys. I always love your light. Toss that grease on them. And Kevin was just a regular guy. Actually, BGS brought him and welcomed him into the space to begin with. And originally, he was coming to talk to the men about image, okay? About getting themselves together. Why? Because men in this space were exhibiting some social awkwardness. They were exhibiting having issues with getting the attention of the opposite sex. Thank you, Miss Makita. Say, may brother Kevin rest in power. Exactly. Thank you, Bathshua, again. Says, she live right now. I can only imagine the vitriol coming from her mouth. You know what? We ain't even gonna give the bang. And so originally he was brought into the space to talk to the men, right? And to give the men some pointers and how to be more confident, how to dress, how to present themselves socially, you know, and all of this type of stuff. So he came in as an image consultant is what he did. He didn't even come to the space talking to really or about women at all, right? So he would be on the panel, you know, chopping it up with the guys, you know, and I would be listening just like the rest of the women. We would be listening from the chat room and things of that nature. And then slowly but surely, once I started coming to BGS for Women and interacting on that panel, there was a time where the men interacted on that panel as well. And that BGS for Women used to happen on Friday nights. So Kevin used to come up there and he would have good advice as well for the women. Now, even then, some of the women didn't like what he was saying. More or less, a lot of, not a lot, but some of the guys didn't like his message either. They thought it was a little bit pretentious or what have you, just because he was more or less talking about men's improvement. He was talking about men's improvement. Thank you, Pound for Pound. And thank you, Miss Lucasey. Said, we've lost a good man. His message reached many. And his message going to continue to reach some, because the videos ain't gone, hyenas. They still there. He not there to manage the channel no more, but it still got 1 million subscribers to it. Boop. But anyway. So he was more or less talking about the improvement of men, what men could do to improve themselves in different areas of their lives. And so some of the men welcomed that information. Some of the brothers in the space did not welcome that information. It was a mixed bag, just because, you know, they was like, well, who are you to tell us how to dress, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, but image and, you know, appearance value, as we understand the 10 life values now, has, it's number 4 of the internal. So it actually is rather important. So I began to interact with Kevin on the BGS for Women channel. It wasn't all the time, but we had our moments where we would speak in the group or on the panel, one-on-one, whatever. And I think it was probably the end of 2019 or something like that, the last time that me and Kevin actually had a one-on-one conversation. He actually came to my platform. I think the video is still up. Thank you, moguls. I honestly didn't think his message went over their head for the most part. No, it didn't go over their head. They just didn't want. It's a difference between going over somebody's head and they just don't want to hear it. But thank you, T. Riddler. So I remember Kevin coming on your channel back in 2018 and 19, how gracious he was. Man changed my life, and lens in which I saw myself in the world as a black man. It was his time to transition. Yes. So you remember what I'm talking about, T. Riddler. Okay. Lloyd Scott said, pay attention. She breaking down his origin story sincerely. I remember everything she's saying. Okay. Y'all remember what I'm talking about. So the last time he came to my platform was about, I believe, towards the end of 2019. I believe it was like not too long before he started blowing up. And I'm not saying that to credit my platform for his blowing up. I'm just saying that was the last time that he and I actually had a one-on-one, you know, conversation. And so he was always gracious to me. We were always gracious to one another. We never had any back and forth or bad blood or bad communication with one another at all. Kevin was cool with me. I was cool with him. He just got on his own program and our paths never crossed again. But that's okay. You know what I mean? If your channel blow up real fast, like if you're a content creator, you may not know. But you know, if your channel blow up quickly, that can take you by storm. That's a little bit of a whirlwind. Because you're having to handle success in quick order so that you don't lose a handle on it. So he began to sort of blow up once he started talking to women. And when he started talking to women about what women needed to do, thank you once again, pound for pound. So Kevin's message to me ain't got no shine for years. But as soon as he came after the hyenas of the community, his message took off. Can't tell us it's nothing out in these streets. Exactly. And people still had a mixed bag reaction to Kevin's ascension or his gain in popularity. And a lot of people was like, well, he only started growing when he started talking to women and he went over to help the women because that's where the money was and blah, 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 blah. And if you want to make that case, you can. Thank you so much, Norin. Thank you so much. But I don't really think that was the way. It just happened that way. When he started talking to women, the channel blew up. But why? Because people wanted to see what he was going to say, the effect it was going to have on women. And women were the ones who were calling. They were making up the content. They was the ones calling. He actually started not taking as many men's calls as he was taking women's calls, right? So it was the women who were constantly calling into the show and participating with the show. If women really didn't like it, he would have had to switch up his formula and do his content another way. But the format that he found, the format that worked, people responded, his channel blew up. That happens. And, you know, people had a mixed bag about that. Exactly. See, women are nosy. They wanted to see what a man thought about them. And they never liked what he had to say. That's the label now that's going around on social media. When you look up to confirm his death and things like that and look at articles, they label him as the misogynist YouTuber. Like, this is how black men get treated. I'm gonna get on that in a minute. This is how black men get treated. Thank you once again, Mogul. Let me say this, because he's no longer here to defend himself, and he never really gave in to doing beefs with people, no way. But Kevin did not hate women. Kevin did not hate no woman. Thank you, Derek. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it, but thank you so much. And thank you, Lakeith. So why are some of them so spiteful? Should we ignore? I can't ignore the lack of humanity. We gonna get to the lack of humanity. But thank you, Clarence. So when he found a formula that worked, it worked. And his channel blew up. And consequently, when your channel blow up, your money blow up. I'm here to tell you, when your channel blow up, your money blow up. If you handle it right, your money about to blow up too. Kevin Samuels had bank. Tasha K got bank. Lead attorney got bank. You understand what I'm saying? When your channel hit a certain stride, you're going to start getting money. Thank you so much, Bertram. Said people forget that even back in the day, a lot of black people didn't even like Martin Luther King. They thought he was making trouble for black people, even though they benefit now from his work. Exactly. See, we don't never like nobody while they're here. I'm going to get on that for a minute. Because without going into any specific thing or any specific body or anything like that, because it's not necessary. What I will say is this. One of the issues that black people got with other black people is that we don't like it when somebody that come to our community in whatever way they come to our community to help our community, we don't like to see them make no money off of that. Do y'all understand what I mean? We don't like to see nobody make no money off of that. If black people come to help other black people, we don't like it if they actually benefit financially from giving help. Because black people only like the poor righteous teacher, but they also disrespect the poor righteous teacher. See, Negroes like for other black people to come to help the black community in whatever capacity they helping, but they also think that the help is disingenuous if that person is not struggling and they don't got no money. Have y'all noticed that? Negroes in the black community want to be able to solicit people for help, get the help, don't implement the help, and then waste people's time, energy, resources, intention, knowledge, etc. for free. That's what they want to do. That's what they want to do. It's an accusation. It is enough of an accusation of insincerity if black people find out that another black person came to help, but they also getting some type of monetary benefit for the help that they offer. Thank you so much for the super chats. I don't mean to miss any. Thank you, CP. The trucker said black danced on Kobe's and his daughter's grave. They did while they were still smoldering on the side of the mountain. They're treating KS no differently. Exactly. CD, thank you. Say interesting. Women say worse than or never call misandrous, advocating for A wording black male fetuses, yet only name they call those women is YouTube. Exactly. Thank you again. Randy Washington said Kevin spoke the truth and the truth hurt. It does. And thank you. When you like to know, said they BWs hated him because he was 100% honest with them and refused to validate them by only telling them what they wanted to hear. Exactly. And thank you so much, Maya. So some people I've seen in the comment section are acting like straight demons, no grace or class at all. The man just passed. Exactly. So we don't like to see, we like to waste folks' time for free. We do not value each other's time or resources or energy enough to pay them for that time and those resources that they're spending to help us. We don't like that. We like black folks to struggle because for whatever reason, they're struggling proves their sincerity. And I think that's ridiculous. I think that's absolutely ridiculous. And it's one of the reasons why we stay behind. Thank you, R1993. So I believe we are in the end times. Yeah. That's one of the reasons why we stay behind like we do. Thank you, Clarence. Said black community is a matriarchy and you're not allowed to challenge the matriarchy no matter what they say or do. Exactly. We like the struggle Olympics. And if somebody claimed to say, you know what, I'm coming to help the black community, but I'm also going to get something out of it, that person or that organization or that group of people is automatically assumed to not be sincere. As long as you struggling, as long as you small, I've had my taste of it. Everybody was cool with me when I had 2,000 subscribers. Everybody was cool with me when I was on here cussing, clowning, and acting a fool. Everybody was cool with me when I was presenting myself as masculine. Everybody was cool. Everybody was cool. Thank you, General Tito. How you doing, sweetheart? So when are you going to personally call out those who cheer on the deaths of black men? I don't know them personally. All I see is the comments on Twitter, on Instagram. But we gonna get to the demon time. Everybody was cool with me when I was doing that. When I started cleaning up, when I started not cursing no more, when I started losing weight, when I started, you know what I'm saying, changing up things, when I started getting the rough edges off, polishing it up, it was a lot of people that didn't mess with me no more. Now I think I'm too good. Now something wrong with me. Thank you, Baruch. Says the epitome of cowardice to express smoke for someone after they die. Thank you, Ismail. Said being in my 20s, Kevin was an idolizing heroic figure to me. He was someone who I want to be like, a smooth player who have his stuff straight. Kevin, rest in peace. Rest in peace to him. We gonna get to these demons. Thank you, Mr. Brown. Said the cat out of the bag. His message, the Manosphere movement will not die. Thank you for remaining on your purpose. We're proud of you, Crimson Secure. But thank you so much. And no, it's not gonna die. They think it's gonna die with him, but it's not. Soon as I started cleaning some stuff up, so I have experience with like, wait a minute, what's going on? Why all of a sudden I ain't cool no more? Oh, okay. And I watched as Kevin experienced the same thing. Oh, okay, folks ain't cool. Interesting. Interesting. So we don't like to see black people come up, especially black men. We don't like to see black men come up. We find ways to tear each other down with that. We find ways to do that. Whether you agreed or you disagreed, or you didn't like him personally, or you was cool with him personally, or whatever the case may be, you liked the way he presented himself, you didn't like the way he presented himself. Fact of the matter is, he wasn't lying. He wasn't lying on these hyenas. He was telling the truth. He was telling the truth on them. And that's what they didn't like. That was what they really didn't like. He was holding up a mirror specifically to black women, and that was characterized as hating them. I hold up that same mirror. I get told, oh, how you gonna be a black woman and hate black women? I don't hate y'all. I hate these demons though. I hate that demon time. I hate that demon time though. I ain't even gonna lie to you, make it sound fly to you. I hate that demon time. I don't got no love for demon time. None. I don't got no empathy for it. I ain't got no space for it. Thank you, UK economist. It's heartbreaking to hear this. He was a messenger that was not wanted, but needed by the black community. He only wanted the best for his people. Thank you, Lord Sinister said Kevin was a major inspiration in my life. His message and his level of smooth is something all men should aspire to be. I didn't agree 100% with everything that Kevin said and all of his perspectives. I didn't agree 100% on them. Thought some of the stuff he had a little bit backwards, a little bit wrong. Yep. But the overall message, he was telling folks to get their stuff together. we've been making for the last 6 or 7 decades has been stupid. Not only has it been stupid, it has been ruinous to them personally and to the community at large. I say the same exact thing. I say the same exact stuff. You make stupid choices, you win stupid prizes. We've been laboring under stupid feminism, with dumb ideas, with destructive concepts that we have been enacting as a group of women, and it has done nothing but destroy us from the inside out. I'm gonna go to a commercial break and then we gonna get on these hyenas.
Hey guys, this is Spanky Hayes, and I want to say something, whether it's comedy, acting, or just in general real life. I use my A game. I gotta have the A game. I pack it in every pocket. I got one pill in every pocket, and every pair of pants I got. Listen, entertaining y'all is hard sometimes. I gotta fly to Dallas, then to Denver, then to New York, then to LA, then to Detroit. Come on, man. That tires me out. I just take the A game now. I don't have that problem no more. I usually barely don't sleep because I'm entertaining y'all. I'm in the studio all night with the A game. And trust me, when I come home from the studio, my woman gets to feel the real pleasure of the A game. You see, I'm smiling. Watch this. Hey, baby.
Hey, babe.
Guess what I just took?
What?
A game, A game, A game, A game. I'm gonna meet you upstairs, all right?
Oh, okay.
So we gonna get on these hyenas. I love that commercial, by the way. I wanted to put a fun commercial in because the topic was so heavy. But what we gonna do is we gonna talk about the lack of humanity for these so-called females that's being downright nasty and demonic about the passing of this man. We know the usual suspects. Not gonna say their name because they don't get an algorithm shine from me. They don't get to get an algorithm present from me. Thank you, Patrick. And any that I missed, I don't know if I missed super chat. Thank you, Yanisa. That's number one. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you, Teray. They're not going to get free promotion over here. Thank you, Terenzo. So I used to wonder what people would say had I died in Iraq or after coming home from there, and instantly I realized and they saying the same thing they do now. And still I rise. Exactly. We know the usual suspects. The reason why I'm not going to give them no shine, first of all, because they don't need no shine. We really need to stop paying them attention. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum, Miss Fa. We really need to stop paying them some attention because that's the way they get canceled. Keep going over there listening to that BS, that demonic vitriol that they dribble out of their mouth, that venom that they spew over the airwaves. We really need to ignore them so they can be canceled. Like black, these hyenas always trying to cancel somebody. They need to be canceled. That's why I don't say their name. Because the thing that cancels you on social media is don't nobody pay you no attention. That cancels you on social media. They have already proven the hatred, the outright hatred that they have for black men, living or dead, babies or adults, sons, husbands, fathers, brothers, uncles, nephews, they have proven beyond a shadow of a doubt how much they hate black men. They say it every day on their stream, in every imaginable way that they can actually say that. Thank you, Scott. So they don't get no shine here. That's why I don't debate them. That's why I don't go to their platform. It's a demon. Not gonna change no demon's mind. Demons work their iniquity because they want to. But as I perused these Twitter comments on Instagram specifically, I couldn't help but to call it demonic. The complete lack of humanity that these so-called women are showing. See, the hyena don't like being portrayed as selfish, as a narcissist, as evil, as mean. She don't like that portrayal. She don't like how people actually view her and think of her in that way. But when you hyenas have an opportunity to show what kind of quality you are as women, this is what you show. When you got an opportunity to show what you really made of, what your heart is made of, what your mind is made of, what your spirit is made of, this is what you show. You show people you a demon. So I'm going to treat you like a demon. You want people to empathize with you and love you and cater to you and sniff up behind you and understand you and take care of you and all this kind of stuff. And you do nothing but spew venom and hatred and demon time over everything you touch. The irony is, even in his death, you prove him right. Because it was y'all that called into the show, proving him right day after day. He didn't make you call. He wasn't going around door to door. A YouTube Jehovah's Witness talking about watch his channel, please watch my channel. Y'all was calling up. You wanted to be on screen saying the stupid stuff you was saying. He didn't make you say it. This is the stupidity that was on your mind. And one after the other, hundreds of phone calls, hundreds of Zoom appearances. The vast majority of you showed what kind of quality you don't have. There ain't no use in getting mad at him because you showed up as a POS. No use in getting mad at him because he had a mirror for you to look into. Then you get mad. I think he was, you know what I'm saying, alphabet anyway. And you got two, three, four, five gay friends that you love to death. So one minute you support black men being gay, and the next minute it's a slander against him if he gay. If y'all don't knock it off, you either got a problem with black men being gay or not. And I don't know how you got a problem because the vast majority of y'all hyenas ain't so straight yourself. And whether he died today or died tomorrow, you still fat, masculine, and unappealing. That didn't change. You still ain't got no humanity, and you took time to show the world that that's what was on your mind and heart. You still ain't nothing. You're still the garbage in the gutter swirling your gutter snipe. You're still a gutter snipe. You'll be a gutter snipe. You still out of order. Change that. Why you trying to celebrate somebody's death all because he told you you need to get your stuff together because you out of control. And I'm talking to the maggles too. You know what? He was a misogynist. Them hyenas don't like you no better. like you no better than they like him. Say one thing they don't like and see how quick you get canceled. These hyenas is 100% backwards. And this is how they feel about all black men, all of them, all of them. From the littlest to the biggest. From the poorest to the richest. From the ugliest to the cutest. From the shortest to the tallest. Thank you, Norrin. That's how these hyenas feel about every single black man walking the planet. And don't y'all forget it. They'll come later with nice words like they human beings. Like they got a heart beating in their chest. But they don't. Thank you, Decent. And I'm not here to save them. I am not here and has never been here to save a hyena. And they mad at Kevin because he wasn't really there to save you either. Listen, save yourself. I'm going to give you some information that might be able to help you do that. Y'all the ones squawking about what kind of men you need and what kind of men ain't out there and yada, 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 yada. And then when somebody tell you, well, you need to get yourself together to get stuff you want. I hear misogynist. And what are you? A demon? You a demon? Thank you, Miss C. Latimer. Thank you so much, beloved. If that's what's coming out your mouth, imagine what's in your heart. This is what you're saying publicly. This is what you don't mind somebody knowing. Ain't nobody gonna stop pointing out what you need to do. Ain't nobody gonna stop pointing out how ridiculous you are. And I don't want to hear about what his message was harsh. I don't want to hear. I'm so tired of all of you nasty, filthy, humanless, heartless demons trying to say that somebody talking to you harsh. I'm so sick of that little line. I don't know what to do. Well, you know, it was harsh. Ain't nobody gonna talk to you soft. Are you soft? Do you talk to anybody soft? The way that you talking about that man and his family is able to come look at, his kids is able to come look at, and you don't care, are you talking soft? You want the mercy you would never show nobody. You want the empathy that you would never show nobody. You want the softness you would never give nobody. What about, you know, why they always want black women to, you know, mourn somebody that wasn't for them? We not asking, what about being a human being? That's what I'm on. Thank you, Lord Sinister. What about you being a human? That man was a human being. And you didn't have to listen to nothing he had to say if you didn't want to. Nobody made you tune in. Nobody made you look at a meme. Nobody made you look at a clip. Nobody made you do none of that stuff. You could have completely ignored him. He wasn't doing nothing no different than millions of other content creators, no matter what type of content they had. You either liked it or you didn't, but you're nosy. You came to him because you didn't like what he had to say because you were the woman he was talking about. And you still 287 pounds. You still eat Little Debbie's for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Your man still resents you. Your kids still don't like you. You still trash. You still out of order. You still running around here with penis envy trying to be a man. You still doing that. His death didn't change it. That man's death did not change how screwed up you are. How beyond help you are. Like I told you, I ain't never been here to save no hyena. I don't care about what y'all do because y'all are beyond saving. I talk about you. I talk about you. And I talk at you. I talk about a hyena to lionesses so they can know what not to do. I talk about you because I'm pointing out your destructive behavior and how that has ruined black people, black women, black men, black children. But never let it be twisted or said that I got sympathy for you demons. Because I don't. I'm just tired of you. That's all. I got sympathy and empathy for my sisters. For my fellow lionesses. You still leftover women. You still in the danger zone. You still that. You still that. You still 45 and ain't nobody never loved you. You still there. Fix that. Have the energy to look in the mirror and tell your reflection that you need to get it together. Have that energy. Thank you, Mark Love. Have that energy. Thank you, Eric Brown. But y'all ain't got no energy for that. Y'all ain't got no energy for that. Y'all ain't got no energy for fixing yourself. But you got a lot of energy to get on social media and celebrate the death of a black man. And then you mourn the death of who? Betty White? Anybody white? You mourn her death. She ain't never did nothing for you. You crying, hoop, and holler over white folk. A brother died, you ain't got nothing to say. Or you got something demonic to say. Thank you, Frederick. So no energy for the truth. No energy for that. No energy to face how broke y'all is while y'all talk about y'all boss chicks and you this and you that. How you a boss with no employees, though. Got no energy to get out your mama house as you get online trying to tell a man that him making $100,000 ain't good enough for you, but you on Section 8. Have the energy for that. Thank you, Black Wizard. Says sad day, Kendra. I'm feeling restless, like I have to do something. Yeah, you know, once it was confirmed, I didn't want it to be confirmed. You know, it really brought me down. It really brought me down. Thank you, Robert. The reason you can't be saved is because can't nobody say nothing to you. And I don't care how it's said and I don't care who say it. That's all cap. All cap. Thank you, IG. When Monique came to you, soft as butter. Soft as butter. Told you about a bonnet, you dragged her. So it don't matter how somebody say it. It don't matter how they say it. If they tell the truth, you don't like it. You got energy to tell off and cancel. You got a lot of energy. You strong, black, and independent until it comes the time to look in that mirror. Then you weak little 304s. You some weak little heifers then. You some weak little heifers then. You ain't got no backbone. You a jellyback when it comes to facing your own self and all of your problems. You ain't got no strength for that. You ain't got no energy for none of it. Thank you, Isakuma. So I really wanted him to get on live and tell him it's just rumors. I did check his channel too. Thank you, Drop Zone. Said Boyce Watkins is slick dissing. You know, the hyenas don't like y'all. You don't get no points. Maggles don't get no points. Hyenas hate all black men, even the ones that care for them. Even the ones that die for them. They hate all of them. When y'all gonna see that? When y'all gonna see hyenas hate all y'all? No matter what you do, no matter what you about, no matter what you say, no matter what's going on in your life as a man, and none of that, they hate you. They hate you. Many men wish death upon me. They wish death. They wish death. And see, thank you, CP. Said exactly. BWs are actually crying over the death of Ruth. Right. Thank you, Thomas. When you celebrate a death, you know what I be thinking? I be thinking you celebrating it because you didn't have the wherewithal or the means to make it happen, but you would have made it happen had you had the backbone for it. We don't have no respect for nothing no more. No respect for nothing no more. That man ain't do nothing but have an opinion. You didn't have to agree with it. You didn't even have to like it. Thank you, Sandra. So I'm glad you're here. Thank you. Mr. Samuels, an advocate for the black family. He wasn't a misogynist. He was an anti-misandrist. Exactly. And that's misogyny to them. Thank you, Willie. Said thank you, Current Secure. Keep it going. Hey, Bronze. How you doing, beloved? Thank you, Zabi. We ain't got no class. We ain't got no decency or nothing. Whatever that man said, he ain't saying it no more. So what difference do it make? If you didn't want to hear it and you didn't like what he had to say, don't listen to it. You still got that option. But it hit you where it hurt, didn't it? That's why you feel some type of way. That's why you feel the need to get on social media to tell everybody how much of a demon you are. Thank you, Son Judah and Stephen Moultrie. Say the Black Manosphere lost our Iron Man. It's up to you now. You got no humanity. You just came online to show everybody you a mouth breather and a knuckle dragger. No type of class. Well, I didn't like the man, but condolences to his family and keep it moving. Thank you, EBH. Thank you, Buko. Thank you, Philip. Thank you, Miss Brianna. You just didn't like, it's misogyny to them, holding them accountable to the ridiculousness that they do. They your choices. You the one be choosing to be masculine all through your life and then wonder what's going on when don't nobody like you. You the one came on there and expressed how illogical y'all are, how delusional you are. Y'all did that. Thank you, Mecca. So apparently his black life didn't matter to black men and women who hoot and holler about Black Lives Matter. Exactly. Thank you, Shy Gritty. Said, sister, thank you. Most merciful that we still have you. Thank you for your actions, intentions, and liberation towards the higher minds of our men, women, and children. Thank you so much. Thank you, Danny Denniston. Said we love you. I love y'all too. Thank you, Brianna. Said thank you for your content. We need you. I need y'all too. I need y'all just as much. Philip said they acting as if reality and truth died. Tomorrow's a better day for them not. You're right. They ain't no better today, tomorrow than they is today. Thank you again, Miss C. Latterman. So thank you to Kevin and Miss Kendra for wanting us to be better to one another. Thank you, Westian. Said Kevin even defended them hyenas when a white woman came on his show talking about them. Everyone who defends them, they turn on him and treat them like crap. Kevin, polite, young pharaoh, etc. No wonder that they least married, desire, and most disrespected. Hey, Scar King. Thank you. Say, lady, heard about the news. It's a sad day. Much needed tough love. Dude was making a difference, at least making people think. At least starting a conversation that needed to be started, if nothing else. If nothing else, it was a conversation in the broader community that needed to happen. Thank you, Pound for Pound, saying this is exactly why God took his favor from the Israelites. Them, just like us, are stiff-necked people. Can't listen to anyone for anything. Thank you, Ronnie. Says sisters like you would keep those women in check. Anthony, thank you. So you have the platform to continue his legacy and mission. We need you now more than ever. Thank you, Otis. Thank you, Chano. So every Kevin convo was a pure case study. It was. He just had a bunch of case studies. Okay. They mad. Black and Armed family. These women cried at the fact that they might not be able to off their unborn child. Of course, they make fun of his death. Yeah. Thank you again, CP, saying yet BW's few Margaret Singer's talking points while celebrating the death. Like he used to say, you can't make this stuff up. No, you can't make it up. You can't make it up. Thank you to Renzo. Said Gordon Ramsay could say the same things as KS, not wishing anything upon him, but had it been him, they'd be crying rivers that flow backwards upstream. Yeah. Y'all just didn't like no accountability, but accountability not gonna stop. Thank you again, West End. Said us masculine black men love you so much. Thank you for your services. I'm gonna continue to support and bless you every chance I get. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. I really do. I love y'all more. Hyenas just hate the truth. It's misogyny to them. He hated black women. No. Nobody hates y'all because they telling the truth. Y'all just noodle bags. That's all. You know, if you weak as dishwater, say that, sis. Thank you, IDP. Said by telling black men to improve themselves, he presented a threat to the whole power dynamic of society. Rest in peace. Thank you, Booba. Said KS started a conversation that needs to be started. The hyenas think it's over. They are in us for a surprise. Fellas, stay on your purpose. Yeah. Thank you, Goldie. Smell good. It's not going to stop. Because I'm not going to stop holding up a mirror to you. If you think I'm going to stop. No. I'm thoroughly disgusted. I continue to be disgusted at the behavior of these so-called females. To celebrate and wish death and make light and make fun of somebody's death because you didn't like what they said. If it don't apply to you, why you feel some type of way? If he wasn't talking to you, why you feel some type of way? If he was lying on black women, why you feel that way? If he was lying on you, you had about 2.5 years to prove him wrong, but you couldn't. Thank you, Jay. Said all the more reason to support true accountability sisters like you. Please keep up your work. We love you and need you. And I need y'all too. Y'all don't really, this is such a two-way street. This is such a two-way street. Real women are not afraid of accountability. Thank you, Jesse. We take accountability on the chin. We take it. It don't always taste good, but we do take it. and we improve on the back of it. Thank you, Miss Tammy. Thank you again, Sky King. So they support his death like they support T'Challa's death in the MCU. Our country's overall culture has become so petty and the vindictiveness. You ain't lying. Thank you, Norman. Say, you know I like to hear my name called. It's an addiction. Thank you, Norman. I'm disgusted, personally. I don't have no empathy for the demon time, none. I don't see it y'all way. I don't somewhat can see what you're saying. No, I don't. Not at all. Thank you, Man Friday. How you doing, beloved? I ain't got no sympathy for y'all. I want somebody to keep that same energy for y'all when y'all hit that box. See how your family like it. Thank you, Hydrotech. Said thank you for what you do. Reading comments on Twitter and Instagram yesterday had me sick to my stomach. It's sick. Y'all sick. Masquerading as women. You don't share space with me. And you don't share space with the other women that I know. And the women that's across this country and across the internet who are actual women. Y'all don't share space with us. And I'm going to make sure everybody know that. I'm going to make sure y'all know that as a group of hyenas. And I'm going to make sure the rest of the world know. To see you for what you are and treat you accordingly. You don't get no quarter or cover from me. None. I am not with you just because we have vaginas. That do not move me at all. I don't like you. And I don't feel for you. And if you don't like me, feeling is mutual. Thank you, Devon. Thank you, Wyatt. You're still masculine. You're still overweight. You still a size 22. You still ain't got no man and ain't never had none at 44. And you still hit the wall. Them facts didn't die. Thank you, Stephan. Again, so if these hyenas wanted a gender war, you best believe they got one. You can take the man, but you can't take the message. Thank you. The BS is real. So RIP to the brother. Anyway, I'm done cooking you hyenas for the time being. Thank you, Lord Sinister. I heard some woman say he died alone while he told women to die alone. Probably his family probably rushed to his side and cried for him. Can she say something? You know, let me touch that die alone stuff. Because these hyenas like to twist words. And that didn't go over their head. They know exactly what he meant. Y'all still gonna die alone. You're gonna die with nobody around to mourn you or love you. With nobody around to take care of your business. To nobody around to nurse you as you in your last days. If it take that long. Because of the way you behave, the demon time you've been on your whole life, ain't nobody got no sympathy towards the end. Nobody gonna have no sympathy. No good words to be spoken about you, none. Even your children won't be bothered with you. I know a lot of black women, kids didn't bother with them. They got sick, they got old. Oh well. Shouldn't have been a demon the whole time. Maybe somebody would have loved you. Thank you, True Alpha, for misogyny. Now, hatred of a virgin to a prejudice against women. How can beat others with degrees misused? Just a simple word. I got a PhD. Thank you, Kurt Chris. I love you. I love y'all too. Thank you, Miss Marsha. He was misunderstood by some because he was outspoken, but God knows he served his purpose in life. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sean. Say you have the juice now. Continue to carry the torch. Continue to be great. And thank you, Azaria. The world and the men they want sees it like they did for Kobe. The investment stock just plumb. You made me laugh on that divestment stock. Listen, if you wanna, this is a good time because it said that he died of a heart attack. This is a good time to talk about men's health, right? Because I don't think Kevin was a particularly unhealthy man. At least I didn't have any inkling that he may have had any chronic condition or anything like that. Thank you, Mr. Vincenzo. But whether men do or don't, this is a good time to talk about men's health and the reason why we promote A-Game on this channel. And the reason why we promote A-Game on this channel is to address men's overall health, to keep our men as healthy as possible for as long as possible. That's the goal. And to do so in a holistic and in a natural way, you know, that isn't hard on the body, that isn't, you know, doing more harm than good or any of that type of stuff. So in light of that understanding, A-Game is formulated with 21 wonderful herbs, but no artificial ingredients, no, you know, things that's going to make you have all of these side effects and, you know, negative effects. All that you need to do is first order A-Game, and you can do that by clicking the link at the top of the chat, agameherbal.com. And please don't forget your 10% discount using the code Kendra10. And after you receive your box of awesomeness, all you have to do is drink plenty of water, more than 32 ounces or more per day, and you only take A-Game once every 3 days because that's how potent and wonderful it is. It lasts for 72 hours. And do that and, you know, incorporate a healthy lifestyle, healthier eating, exercise, all of this type of stuff. This will give you the energy that you need in order to complete all your tasks for the day. So I definitely urge everyone to click that link once again, agameherbal.com. Once again, the 10% off is Kendra10 for the men and for the ladies. All right. Thank you so much to everybody for coming through, everyone for your very generous contributions through Super Chat, through Cash App, through PayPal, for the likes, for just coming in and talking with me today. Thank you, Otis Zion. Thank you, Jarrell. Thank you, T-Mac. Thank you, Mr. Vincenzo, and anybody else that I may miss. But I want to thank everyone for coming with me, and I want to thank my support team for always helping me to get up and come give you guys this content. So special thanks to them. I'm going to wrap this up, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye, Crimsonites. Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor, who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.